Hey Peaches, let's pull some cards to get you a little peace of mind. The first 4 people to comment, Ease My Mind, will get a free personal reading right there in the comments, okay? And the spread is a look into your troubles, a look at where the calmer shore is, and then how to get there. The next week's reading is going to be a friendship reading, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that. And if you notice, my boyfriend has been experimenting a little bit with the videography or the formatting, and so I would love your feedback. We would love your feedback on what's working and what's not, what's stupid, what's cute. Okay, so if you go to the playlist for the pick a card readings, you can kind of see how they've evolved since February, and you can comment what you're thinking about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the cards. Okay, here are the stacks. You have stack 1, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and pick one and go right to the timestamp. Let's see what we have in stack 1. We have impasse. It says reflect and redirect your energy. Okay, so you have the 10 of Cups. Get around the little camera thing here. The Page of Swords and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so the 6 of Wands and the impasse for where you may be struggling right now. I feel like you're struggling against a brick wall, trying to be seen. Maybe you're trying to be understood or trying to be appreciated or recognized. And there's this frustrating echo of some, like screaming into the void. And for some, this can be a lower social media response than you deserve. Or for others of you, this is regarding a certain person who just is not responding the way you want them to. And it has you all up in your head as to why. Like, what can you do to get their attention? It could be a boss not getting back to you on a request, or someone you're into not getting back to you on anything. Like, someone here is just not working with you and putting in the same enthusiasm. And this stone wall is very illustrative of the feeling I'm getting here. Point being, you're struggling with feeling unseen and trying to figure out how to break through is occupying enough of your mental energy that you are starting to feel powerless and frustrated. So the calmer shore that you can move to is the Page of Swords with impasse. So this is an expression of enthusiasm. It's your mind going in one direction again instead of just flailing and going a million directions. And this says reflect and redirect your energy. So this is communication in a new way, a different way than you're attempting now. This is where you've stopped banging your head against this wall that just won't budge, and you choose a different path, a clear path. This is you having gotten a little more strategic with your approach. And you finally, at least, it shows that you have something to work with now, an open channel. It's like you've narrowed your focus from blunt force and repetition to something more pointed and specific. This is like the traction that you're able to achieve. Instead of saying, hey, or what's up, you ask a specific question. It's like, and it becomes like a key that unlocks a door. And it's a new skill that you might be learning, and it helps you have an easier time getting a response or feeling heard. Some kind of feedback that you can actually use so you're less confused and just guessing or projecting your fears onto the situation. And we have the 10 of Cups for how to get there. So there is a sense of modifying your motives, or rather, I mean, maybe I do mean that. All right, so like when we're trying to be seen, to elicit a response or to evoke a behavior, we show up differently than when we are doing what fills our hearts with joy, right? People can tell the difference between you trying to get their attention versus you trying to authentically connect with them at the heart level. So are you showing up how you think they want you to, or are you showing up with your true heart? It's like when you're in 10 of Cups energy, you're dancing like nobody's watching, which is funny because inevitably that's when someone will, right? And it makes you instantly attractive. And with this impasse energy, you may finally get the response you want from someone who truly, like, actually vibes with you and who has the same outlook and future vision as you, and someone you can really grow with and be completely vulnerable with. Like, someone completely different than the one acting like a brick wall right now, to be honest. And it's like, okay, I've heard that there's a dude who's gone viral on one of the platforms, I don't know which one, not because he's like a brilliant social media mastermind and knows how to get the algorithm or whatever, but he's just really that passionate about trains, and people love it. And so there's a sense of connecting to whatever that is for you. Like, to go back in time here, before we had instant 24/7 access to each other's energy in our pockets, in a more analog life, where would you go and what experiences would you seek or pursue that would be emotionally fulfilling to you? And what sorts of people would be there? How would it feel to have people responding to you and seeing the real you versus like bubbles of text or photos of your surroundings, like a vague concept of who you are? So with the Ten of Cups, think long-term happiness, unconditional love, and happily ever after type energy. It's like there is no way through this wall, but you will be rising above it and floating over it when your heart is lighter from pursuing joy. So I hope that you feel seen in this reading. And if you would like, I can pull one more card for you. Just comment stack 1 and I'll pull one more card to get a little bit more like specific to you. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's look at stack 2. Okay, you have unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. I love that. Okay, you have the Devil, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. All right, so where it looks like you may be struggling with the Ten of Pentacles and unknown territory, your thoughts about your long-term financial security may be causing you some turmoil, or like about what your legacy might be and what mark you leave on this world. There's thoughts of retirement here too, actually, and being in like a total quandary as to how you're going to ever get there, or if you can ever get there. It's like it appears on the surface not to be coming together in a way that you can predict at this time, and it is causing some stress and difficulty making decisions. It's like you're wanting to like save or build something lasting, but then you think it doesn't even make sense to plan for that when your reality involves debt. So building feels like a pipe dream because you can't build in a hole, right? So I sense you're judging your own path unnecessarily harshly, or comparing your position to others, which is never helpful, to be honest. And it's like there's this. So in the break room at lunch, there's always this show, and there's always local advertisers on it, and they always feature this financial planner talking about your portfolio. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to make it to the end of this week. I feel like that's kind of where you're at. Okay, so with the calmer shore that's available to you, the Six of Swords. Now, this is the second time I was inspired by a card to do a reading, and then that card showed up smack dab in the titular position of the spread, creating a very meta situation. So it's like the reading is the reading. And that's why I'm a believer. Anyway, this shows you moving into a place of greater peace of mind, and it shows you finding your ability to go with the flow without forcing anything. It's more about what you don't do than an actual action at this point, and it's having your energy back when you stop swimming upstream. I'm seeing you more able to enjoy the ride and being in less of a hurry to get off of it and to get to the end of it. And I'm seeing you embrace the adventure and letting your experiences become your legacy, having created a life that you don't want to retire from. And then here you go, how to get there. You have the Devil. And you are exactly where you need to be. Let me get these in frames so you can see the pretty pictures. Okay. So while the ride may be feeling slow and more like a lazy river right now, there is treasure and wisdom here that you will miss if you were lured away by the quick fix or the get-rich-quick schemes. So falling prey to that type of energy will actually end up taking what little you have to build attraction with. You're kind of like Hoggle in the labyrinth, and he's like, yeah, I'll get you out of this dark hole. And the part he doesn't say is that he's leading her back to the beginning, away from her goal. You are okay right here for now, and you can set intentions without knowing exactly how to get there. Intentions, they serve to steer your micro actions. So with everything that you do leading you in the right direction, you will make it, unless you try to jump the line and do it in like one fell swoop. And that puts you back to square one. So I'm sensing so much richness in this unknown that you haven't collected yet. So I'm getting this weird image. I mean, it's like, okay, it's like you ask the universe for $1 million, right? And it says, okay, go this way, follow that road. And so you walk down the road and you notice a trail of pennies. And you keep walking and you don't pick them up because, meh, they're pennies. You asked for $1 million and that's where this is going. And the road is long and beautiful and scenic. And you notice the pennies are growing on trees. And that's why they're all over the road. It's like Mario Brothers on steroids. Anyway, you get to the end, old and gray and tired, and say, so where's my $1 million? And the universe goes, dude, your path was practically paved with it, and did you not see? Anyways, that's my dorky little parable. I'm hoping it translates, and I hope this reading helps you find your million pennies. All right, don't do the math. I know that math isn't right. If you like, comment stack 2, and I will pull one more card to get a little bit more specific to you and comment. I'll reply to your comment with a card with a little bit more specific information individually. Okay? Thank you so much. All right, let's see what's in stack 3. The Wondrous Universe. Walk in Beauty. And you have the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, all right. So for where you might be having some stress and struggle, you seem to be really putting the work in your material world. So it's a lot of like nitty-gritty, maybe like entry-level work in your desired long-term field, and it's going well except something, right? Some kind of disillusionment. Something with your coworkers maybe, or your creative team having different philosophies. Or is it a fear? It's a fear of missing out. Are you a little too involved in your work and not getting enough time to build something for yourself? I'm seeing this for some of you. Too many hours put into your professional building, and it's leading to feeling like you don't have a good work-life balance, or at least as much as you would like. Or for others of you, maybe feeling overshadowed by your team, or like your own reputation isn't growing like you'd like because you're not getting individual credit. But more so than not, this is the stress that's created when you tip the balance from working to live to living to work, and it may not be by choice. It may be because it's just that hard to get by these days, and I see you kind of out of alignment over it. The calm shore that is available to you. You have the 9 of Swords with Wondrous Universe. This is a card of mental challenge, but the neat thing about it is that you can come to the realization that none of your fears are actually coming true. It's like when all of your what ifs are held up against reality. And by reality, I mean like your immediate reality. You know that grounding exercise? I don't know if you've ever seen it, where you're supposed to like name X number of things that you can see and how many things you can touch. But connect it to something that you can perceive with each one of your senses, one by one. And it kind of puts into perspective that your fears are thought forms. And to be more fair, not all of your fears. Sharks are real, crime is real, but in this moment where you are, they are not the reality that you're experiencing. So, okay, I listened to this dude. His channel is Esoteric Sky. I love his messages. He said something maybe like 6 months ago, like, the problem isn't what you're holding, it's that you're holding it. And this Wondrous Universe card is about the divinity of everyday things, the purpose of life as the interface point of source and realm of experience. So this calmer shore is waiting for you right here, right now, in your within your sensory radius, and where all the worry is not actually manifesting. It's you realizing that the problem isn't what you're holding. It's that you've held it and you don't have to. So, how to get there? How to get to that place? The action that you can take is the Three of Swords with the Wondrous Universe. So, coming in with the Nine of Swords, I don't want to dismiss the intensity of your pain right now. The survival struggle is real, and the resentment that can take hold is normal, especially in like the faux meritocracy that we live in. It's like, watch some of those Truth About Instagram models and see all the tricks that they use. I even saw a photo of a chick who built a false private jet interior for a photo. Not everything you see and not everything that everyone says they have is real, and that'll put things into perspective. But anyway, that's not the point of the Three of Swords. It could help in the way it's suggesting, but I'm just going to tell you what the cards are saying, and I am not a mental health professional by any stretch, but some of what this says may need to be like undertaken with the guidance of a mental health professional. So take it to whatever level you're at, but it is saying to get to that calmer shore will take making real world effort to heal from trauma, past trauma. These are saying that you're safe, and in safety you can begin the healing process. And while this may seem so much deeper than this Three of Pentacles energy, which isn't really that deep of an energy, if we have unhealed pain and work a lot of hours, it really can create a perfect storm. And that's what I see, a perfect storm. Okay, first things first. Calming hot beverage. Cocoa, chamomile, whatever you like, okay? Second, get your 8 hours of sleep. Put down the tarot videos, close it, and get your actual Z's. And then I'm going to say music. I cannot stress enough the healing power of really good music, whether it's the cathartic, I'm going to make it battle cry. Hey, sorry everyone, I got a text and I've never had my phone actually cut out from that, but this time it happened, so I'm sorry. I was just going to talk a little bit more about the music. So some people, different people for different things, whether you need some Chopin or Mozart, some yoga type stuff that's like a warm fuzzy blanket, and others of you, I am seeing with this Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, needing rage, to let out some rage, like cough up that poison, drop all the beats, drop all the F-bombs, and purge some of that's inside of you. Poison, that there's just like this sludge that needs to be rocked out. Okay, so if you would like me to pull one more card, and in the comments type stack 3, and I will pull one more card individually for you to get you a little bit more detail. Okay, thank you.